ஐயா அவர்கள் ஞானம் என்பதை பற்றி ஒரு வரியில் ரொம்ப அழகாக சொன்னாங்க. ஜெயபிரகாஷ் ஐயா, அப்புறம் முத்து ஐயா, ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்தது. சொல்லலாம் தான் கூப்பிட்டேன். நன்றி, வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you. Now, Dr. Shakti, sir. Yeah, we are unmuting you. Dr. Shakti, sir. You may unmute yourself, sir. Okay. Now, we are moving to the next participant. We are unmuting you, Mr. Karthik, Skype Bay Area.
Thank you so much for this wonderful speech. I have a question which could help most of us as well. While explaining this Nyakaranjam song, he said, "Unarchikku munnum pinnum olungattalai iyengum." It will be very helpful to every one of us in this call if you can one more go step into it and how we can also relate that. Thank you, sir.
See, normally a word has got some meaning. So one word will represent, based on the context, there are different meanings will be there. So Maharishi has understand the depth of the meaning. So normally when we say consciousness means a feeling, a dictionary meaning, it's emotional. So when he realized the etymology, the root word of this consciousness, he understands that the correct appropriated, see, it's still, it has got two definitions. One is in a lower level, based on the context, the meanings will be there. So normally we cannot say that consciousness means not feeling or emotional or intellectual. So consciousness means emotional, intellectual, the dictionary meaning, we have to see it. But the deeper meaning, so the redefinition of the meaning, also the true meaning is the order of functions. So Maharishi says that the order of function is consciousness. So since the order of functions will be there, because of this consciousness is there, the order of function will be there. So physics used to say this, no, it's all are forces. But Maharishi says the forces are in the order. So that's where when he realized that உணர்ச்சியாய் சிந்தனையாய் உள்ளதே அறிவென்று நினைந்திருந்தேன் பண்ணலாம். So long time he is thinking that consciousness means அறிவு means only the thinking faculty. But later மேலும் உண்மை விளங்க அறிவுக்கு முன்னும் ஒழுங்கு ஆற்றலாய் திகழும். The order of function itself is consciousness, I realized. So this is when you move into this deeper into the subject and the different context, we will get it. So that's what Maharishi is explained in this poem.
Thank you, sir. This is Inba Utrai Nirenda Iruva.
Yes, this is Inba Utrai Nirenda Iraiva.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Now, yeah, again, Dr. Shakti, sir.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். It was a very good talk about analyzing Nyanakalanyam, particularly the way that you've used logic at the end. I just feel that there is a lot of scope in applying that, especially after the pandemic, in terms of improving mental health and inner peace. I wanted to ask if there are any plans to develop that web application like you were explaining for Thirukural in Nyanakalanyam, and where one can find further resources. Thank you, Dr. Jayaprakash.
Valka Valamudan. Say, actually, this is, I want to be discussed with Dr. Rabindranath through this forum that, say, I have an idea, actually, as Muthu said, there are various people who are professors, immediately they will refer Nyanakalanyam only. knowingly, unknowingly, they will refer what Swamiji says in a different perspective. But we need to put it in a software so that it will be more formal actually. But putting 1,800 poems in a one stretch is very difficult. But as a proof of concept and towards the line, I think I have fair idea. At least we can start with certain basic books like Gandha Tattvam and Arutpeyaratil Nanbu Kural. Like this, there are simple, small books we can put it. Then later on, we can add it to the whole volume of Jnana Kalanjiyam. And it is very much as an agenda. Since I am in the college, I request some students to do this project so I can help them. And even in MPhil level also, I will encourage certain students to do this project. It is very much as in the agenda.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, Dr. Senthil Kumar, sir. Yes.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Dr. Jayaprakash, sir. ஞான களஞ்சியம் பற்றி நான் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கேன். நிறைய இடத்துல நான் வந்து தெரிஞ்சுக்க ஆசைப்பட்டேன். பட் இன்னைக்கு உங்களுடைய ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் மூலமாக ரொம்ப தெளிவான ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் எனக்கு கிடைச்சிது. தேங்க்யூ. அரியத்திருக்கோயில் மீட்டிங் நிறையா நான் அட்டன் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். பட் இருந்தாலும் ஒரு சில கேள்விகள் எனக்கு திரும்ப கேட்க தோணுது. அதே கேள்வி தான் உங்ககிட்ட நான் கேட்குறேன். வேதாந்திரி ஐயா வந்து மக்கள் பற்றி நிறைய சொல்லியிருக்காரு, மக்கள் மனங்கள் பற்றி நிறைய சொல்லியிருக்காரு. உள்ளொன்று வைத்து புறம் ஒன்று பேசும் மக்கள் பற்றி அவர் ஐயா என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காருன்னு கொஞ்சம் எனக்கு சொன்னீங்கன்னா எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் உபயோகமாக இருக்கும். தேங்க்யூ சார்.
See, this is உள்ளொன்று வைத்து புறமொன்று பேசுவார் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா, see, whatever we do, it is getting imprinted. So நம்ம எந்த செயல் செய்தாலும் நம்மள்ட்ட பதிவாகுது. அப்ப அந்த பதிவு ஆகுனதை வச்சுக்கிட்டு அதுக்கு முரணானாக சொல்லும் பொழுது வந்து அது வந்து there is a conflict of thoughts. அது வந்து ஒரு முரண் வருகிறது. ஸோ அது மாதிரி வந்து வரக்கூடாது அப்படிங்கிறது தான் வந்து இதுல வந்து உள்ளொன்று வைத்து புறமொன்று பேசுவது. இப்போ உதாரணமா இதுக்கு வந்து மகரிஷி வந்து this is also particularly to the consciousness. Maharishi used to refer மனசாட்சி on consciousness. A person, a thief, he has stolen certain things. He was caught by the police and he was taken to the judge. In front of the judges, the police take him to they are making it in front of the judges. So the judge asked, he is inquiring it, did you stolen all those things? But inside this consciousness, whatever he has does, the things he has taken, everything is there. But if he says yes, and then the judge will pronounce the judgment, he will put it in jail or some punishment he will give you. So he will afraid of this punishment, he says no. But whatever he does, it is inside the consciousness, it's there. Manasachingradhu irukku. But the words, through mouth he says that he has not taken. So this is the conflict between the what he has undergone the experience, what he speak. So this is he says no, the divinity will not see whatever he has does, all those things will be inside. Who has imprinted all those things? It is the law of divine. Say vilevi tattvam, the cause and effect system, that no one can go out of the system. So one has to respect those things. That's what Maharishi says.
நன்றி ஐயா. தேங்க்யூ.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we are unmuting my senior professor Balachandra sir. We are unmuting your mic.
Thank you, Dr. Jayaprakash.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். It was an excellent speech. You were able to look at Jnana Kalanjiyam from different perspectives, and we are interested in studying what you have done already, your books. I would also like to see, especially your approach through software. I think that's a very interesting thing. Like what you showed in Tirukkural, that if just a word is used and then you get the full list. Similarly, if we can do it Arivu, Swamiji must have told it in so many different poems.
Okay.
Similarly, Manam, Aram, Irai, Kadamai. It will not be only in Kadamai, it will be throughout the book. Ulaga Amaidi or Amaidi. See, these are things, words on which maybe hundreds of poems would be there in Swamiji's this thing. You can't put it in index like what you have done in Jnana Kalanjam. It's not possible. So I think all our professors would be very, very happy if such a software is made available. All we have to go through is read those poems and then just translate a bit of it. We have done it. So I think that will be a great job if somebody takes over. And
Yeah,
then,
it is. Yeah.
yes, tell me. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it is very much as the agenda. See, this is way we can put it like a Tirukural, we can compile and we can give you what is the poem and we can write what is the explanations and we can add additional certain things as translations, many things, so that it can be a one places, all related certain things, updated informations also we can put it actually.
Correct. Like if you see most of the scriptures, like for example, Tirukural, if you just type, the places where the meanings given by 5 or 6 of them, Parimel Alagar, Karunanidhi, I mean, all of them just available in a click,
Yes.
And then the meanings in English. So like that, if we can do it for Swamiji, I think that will be the greatest treasure for all of us. I will just share, if we have time, I will share one experience we had with Swamiji on poems.
Okay.
So once I asked Swamiji, Swamiji, Kavinyar Kannadasan is supposed to be a king of poets.
Okay.
And so you have also written more than 1,800 poems. So I asked him, can you compare and contrast? I should not have asked such questions, but with Swamiji, you can always feel free.
Okay.
He was a divine person, and so we could take liberties with him. So I asked him this question. So then he said, Kannadasan, given a sequence, given a situation, he would immediately come out with a poem. Okay, that is why it's so popular in movies. Just in a few minutes, he will bring out a poem. Swamiji says, I cannot do that. I do not know at what time a poem will come. I would not know what is the subject of the poem, but suddenly it could be 2 o'clock in the night. And one of the poems he says, the pen பிடிச்ச போது தலையை சொரியணும் அந்த மாதிரி உணர்வு வருமா. I won't translate it in English. It's not possible. Okay. Now, any non-Tamil should refer to this. Okay. So similarly, it seems he used to get, and then he will just get up, whatever by the time he will jot down. Next day morning, he may have to change just 1 or 2 words, some grammar, something like that. So that is how the poems have come. So this is actually divinity writing through Swamiji. Swamiji was an instrument, just like his hand was an instrument, the notebook was an instrument, Swamiji himself was an instrument. So just like all Vedas, so then I understood this statement, Vedas were not written by anyone. So what do they mean? After all, some Rishi must have written it. They were only conduits. They were only processes through which divinity has spoken. Exactly like that. Just like Vedas were written like that, Vedadri Maharishi was a conduit to divinity and the concept through him. It has come about. So I think we need to have a great respect for Jnana Kalanjiyam. Do all the things which we have to do. Because he says in another poem, as you are referred, it is a Jivanadi. The very greatest source of Swamiji is Jnana Kalanjiyam.
Yes.
So we have to take it up in a very serious manner as to how computers can be used and why not translate it into many languages. Tamils are very lucky that we are able to read the poem in original. We cannot translate it, we cannot write the poem, translate it as a poem, but at least the text of it, if we can bring it out in different languages, they will get a taste of that. I think you have made us all think that there are so many things we can do on Swamiji's poems. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot for sharing this. Yeah, this is one of the objectives which we were, Ravindranath and myself discussed is even to find the consciousness 360, all the things are available in the Jnana Kalanjiyam itself. So we have to bring out awareness of this Jnana Kalanjiyam to all, so that it's already Maharishi has undergone this process. It has been already documented actually. So it needs to be explained in a different levels.
Yeah, just in response to that, one more thing I wanted to say was, all the poems, as you have said, they are scientific definitions. So it is not just a poem. Of course, it's got its own beauty as a poem. It's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, they are all definitions. Definition means you cannot add a word, you cannot subtract a word, you cannot change it. That is how I think nobody in science or in politics or economics has given definitions in the form of poems. I think that's again, we are all very lucky to have heard him, to read all those things. But let us see how it can be taken to various audiences, right from science, politics, economics, religion. We may have to take it to such people. That is why these translations and softwares become, I think, very important. And now if we're going to do something with our National Institute of Mental Health and this thing, if these things are told to them, that science and consciousness, another title, consciousness and gravity of gravity. See the definitions, I mean, see the book title he has given. Somehow we've got to make scientists to understand these things. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Valka Valamudan.
This is the very idea of taking up consciousness in so many degrees, in so many variations. Even now, in this, in his talk, Jayaprakash, Dr. Jayaprakash has given the spectrum of branches of the life science covered in Jnana Kalanjiyam. So this will form a very useful source for research. Now, regarding the project which you have been talking about, the under you have so many students.
Yeah.
So those who are interested to analyze Jnana Kalanjiyam on these lines, on to create a reference site for Jnana Kalanjiyam, which Bala also wanted. So we can think of the possibility of assigning these tasks, distributing these tasks to the students to be helped by the professors or the stalwarts in our district. So now can we have Dr. N.A. Perumal's views? Dr. N.A. Perumal, sir? Can you ask Kribakaran Chennai? N.A. Perumal is coming.
Sir,
Yeah,
hello.
N.A. Perumal is there.
Yeah.
நான் இருக்கிறேன் லைன்ல இருக்கிறேன்.
Yes.
Point you are given is a point is a very right point, and it is the time for to assess and analyze all the things. ஜெயபிரகாஷ் அதை வந்து ஒரு கோஆர்டினேட் பண்ணி பண்ணலாம், ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை ஒன்றும் இல்லை. அது பண்ணிக்கலாம், அது ஒன்றும் இன்னும் மோர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அப்புறம் அவுட் சைடும் சேர்த்துட்டு பிஹெச்டி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு சேர்த்துக்கிட்டு we can do it all the things. Very nice idea, and I will discuss with Jayaprakash further information subsequently. Then we will decide it all the things.
Thank you, Ayya. Thank you.
Valkalamudan. Now, yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 more participants are raising the hand raise button. Now we are unmuting you, Mr. A. Manikavasakam. Please ask your question.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Valkalamudan.
Valkalamudan. It's a good, very good presentation, sir. It has given some great insight into to read that book, the Jnana Kalanjiyam. It has created some interest for us to go on reading those books and then deliberate those ideas propounded by our great Swamiji. It's a good presentation. And also what Professor Balachandra has told is correct, that Kannadasan and Maharishi analogy. This is I used to often think Kannadasan has written more than 5,000 poems, and Swamiji has written 2,000 poems, around 2,000. So it is not easy to write one poem. How those persons have written those number of poems, and that he told Kannadasan can write immediately, but I cannot write immediately. That is a good eye-opening. How Swamiji has written these poems. So we have to give a lot of weightage, and then we have to read carefully and understand those meanings. So this is what I want to share with you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Swamiji has explained to many of us that he is not writing the poem on his own will. He just is able to see in the space so many words coming and falling in line, and all he was doing is just to read what is coming there. This he calls revelation, and this is a process very significant to understand and analyze, and how space could communicate with you is a very big question which has been going on. And now with the development in our knowledge and understanding, with the scientific advancements, we can go into this aspect also. What is revelation, and how we can acquire it following Maharishi's way. Now let us invite Ulavan Thangavelu, our senior professor, director, to give his ideas. Aya, Ulavanaya, can you join?
We should know in what name he is present here.
He is present in the name Ulavan Ma Thangavelu.
We could, okay, must be in Tamil. Okay.
Yes. Shankari, you can go to other participants who have raised that question and their hands.
Oh, okay, sir. Now we are moving to the next participant. In the name of BM.
ஐயா, தமிழ்லயே சொல்லலாம். ஞான களஞ்சியம்
அவங்க முடிச்சிட்டோம். வாழ்த்துக்கள், ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சி. வாழ்க வளமுடன். உலக அளவிய வேதாத்திரிய விஞ்ஞானம் பரவுவதற்கு நல்ல சிந்தனை. அதனால உங்களுடைய சிந்தனையை தூண்டிய இந்த அமைப்புக்கு மிக்க மகிழ்ச்சி, நன்றி. நாம் அனைவரும் சேர்ந்து தொண்டாற்றி இன்பம் காண்போம். ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சி டாக்டர், நிறைவு டாக்டர். இன்னைக்கு குறிப்பா ஜெயபிரகாஷ் ஐயாவுக்கு ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சி. போன தடவை பாலச்சந்திரனும் ரொம்ப அழகா விளக்குனாங்க. நன்றி ஐயா, பெருமகிழ்ச்சி. உலக அளவுல செல்வதற்கு வெற்றி, நன்றி.
ஸோ நீங்க ரெடியா உடனே பேசுனதுக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ். அண்ட்
மைக் மேல ஆன் ஆகல, கொஞ்சம் மைக் ஆன் ஆகல, நீங்க தப்பா வச்சுக்கீங்க.
We are all senior professors and far away from the computer and the net. So we all have similar difficulties. So I understand you. Now, Shankari, just call the next speaker.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Now we are unmuting your mic, Mr. BM. Please ask your question.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். நன்றி. இப்போ இந்த பிரசன்டேஷன்ல ஒரு ஞான களஞ்சியம் கவிதையை பார்த்தோம். அது இந்த பிரம்மஞானம் புக்லையும் அடியேன் படிச்சிருக்கிறேன். சடப்பொருளும் சீவயனமும் பிரித்துணர்வோம். அதுல உடல், உயிர், சீவகாந்தம், கருமையம், மூளை, உள்ளம், மனம், புலன் 8. இது ஒரு உதாரணத்துக்காக சொல்றேன். இந்த உள்ளம் மனம் அப்படிங்கிறது காமன் மேனுக்கு ரெண்டுமே ஒண்ணு அப்படின்ற மாதிரியான ஒரு அர்த்தம், புரிதல் உண்டு. பட் சுவாமிஜி ஒரே அர்த்தம் உள்ள 2 வார்த்தைகள் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இல்லை. ஸோ இதுல ஷார்ப்பா என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ் சொல்றாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது இது மாதிரி நிறைய போயம்லையும் இருக்குது. உதாரணத்துக்கு இதை எடுத்து கொஞ்சம் விளக்குனா நல்லா இருக்கும்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். உள்ளம் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து சோல் அண்ட் ஆர் ஜீன் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க மகரிஷி. ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து மனம் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு அலை. ஸோ இப்படி நீங்க வந்து ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கலாம். இந்த மனம் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து இட்ஸ் அ வேவ், இட்ஸ் அ பயோமேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ். ஆல் த இம்ப்ரிண்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் த வேவ் which is compressed in one place. It is called genetic center, and the genetic center is the mechanism. It's stored in a place is called soul. So soul அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து it's a உள்ளம் or gene.
ஓ ஓகே, புரியுது. நன்றி.
Maharishi is clear. The soul is the gene. He has clearly explained.
ஓகே, வாழ்க வளமுடன். நன்றி.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். நான் இனியபி
சொல்லுங்கயா.
உள்ளம் மரம் கரெக்டா சொன்னீங்க. அதுல என்ன உள்ளங்கிறது what are the things we have stored, everything that is genetic center, இதெல்லாம் சேர்த்திருக்கோமோ அத்தனையுமே கருமையத்துல உள்ளமா இருக்குது. அது நம்ம எதை எடுக்கிறோமோ அது மனம். உதாரணமா சொல்லணும்னா இப்ப நம்ம கிச்சனுக்கு போறோம், ஒரு காஃபி போடுங்கன்னு நம்ம சொல்றோம். காஃபி போடணும்னா கிச்சன்ல எல்லாம் இருக்கும். ஆனா அதுலேருந்து எடுக்கிற காப்பி தூள், பவுடரு, அப்புறம் சுகரு, பால், இப்படி எடுக்கிறது மனம். ஸோ அங்கே all the things stored in the kitchen, that is called what is called as உள்ளம். What are the things we want to take from that, எதை எடுக்கணும் விரும்புகிறோமோ அது வந்து மனம். அவ்வளோதான் உள்ளம் மனது வித்தியாசம்.
சூப்பர் பியா. இப்ப நம்ம கன்சியூம் பண்றது மனசால கன்சியூம் பண்றோம், பட் மனசு வந்து உள்ளத்துல இருந்து எடுக்குது. சூப்பர்.
உள்ளத்துல இருந்து எடுத்துக்கிறீங்க. ஆமாங்க,
சூப்பர் ஐயா.
இந்த வாழ்க வளமுடன். இவைகள் எல்லாம் அந்தக்கரணம் அப்படிங்கிறதுல சொல்றாங்க. மனம், புத்தி, சித்தம், அகங்காரம் அண்ட் உள்ளம். ஸோ these are various steps that through which the consciousness moves, and there is very little work in our sky system connecting all these things. Yet again, for further analysis, study and deliberations, these antakaranas can be taken, and what is exactly the soul and what is the gene, how it is related to the soul. And soul is absolute space, which is in the center of the genetic center, and genes are there deposited as imprints around the absolute space. The absolute space occupies the axis of the genetic center, and these imprints related to genes, they are surrounding the absolute space, and they derive the energy from absolute space, but absolute space doesn't participate by itself. And we also have to remember that absolute space is the total substract of all the activity, everything, a manifestation in the universe, according to the Advaita philosophy, is only space. There is nothing other than space in the whole universe. So these relationships is very tricky, overlapping. In my lectures about the 8 components of which Jay Prakash has also referred, is a $1 million question, which is what? And we who can analyze these, I request you people who are willing to take part in this deliberations to come forward and contribute. We can only go into the philosophy and hypothetical explanations of Swamiji as a collective team. So I request the members who can join with us. Now this forum gives a very good opportunity to search for the talents and bring them together. So the exact meaning of these abstract facts which Maharishi has given, which other philosophical, spiritual literature also refers to, we can see them in the current perspective. Now, may I request Dr. Shanmugavelu to give your views. Do I take you by surprise? Unmute. Yet to, you can do it by yourself. Yes.
Sir, Shanmugavelu sir, please unmute yourself, sir.
God, yes. Be blessed by the divine. I hope you are all audible. I am audible to all now.
Yes, very much. Clear.
My respect to Dr. Ravindranath, sir, Dr. Jayaprakash, you have done a wonderful job because you have showed the taste of Jnana Kalanjiyam. We were not going into the Jnana Kalanjiyam because they are all poems. From the beginning, when we see a poem, we always try to skip or we will try to go for the meanings of that poem, but we will never go into the intricacies of any poem. At the same time, you have gone through the mathematics also. We are actually a practicing doctor. I am fully averse to the mathematics, so we never go into the algorithm also. But in the other way, you have kindled the interest in Jnana Kalanjiyam, and it's the time for us to go and see everything into the Jnana Kalanjiyam to grasp our knowledge. And as you say, within one speech, we cannot define the consciousness. It's a big ocean. When we go into the ocean, the level of consciousness will be going broad and broad. And only when we realize there will not be any word to explain it. So we should enter into the ocean, then only we can understand the consciousness. By hearing others' lecturers, we cannot realize the consciousness. In that way, you have started the first step of realizing the consciousness. So thank you very much, sir. It's a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we are unmuting you, Madam Gomati Amuta. Please ask your question.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா. ரொம்ப நிறைவான ஸ்பீச் எங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சதுங்க ஐயா. என்னோட சந்தேகம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, இப்ப வந்து இந்த ஞான களஞ்சியம்ன்றது காம்பினேஷன் ஆஃப் நிறைய புக்ஸ். அதுல ஒண்ணு அருட்பேராற்றலின் அன்புக்குரல். அருட்பேராற்றலின் அன்புக்குரல்ல சுவாமிஜி சொல்லியிருக்கிறாங்க, சுவாமிஜி துரியாதீத தவத்துல இருக்கிறப்போ அந்த மனம் ரொம்ப அமைதியான ஒரு மனநிலையில இருக்கிறப்போ ஓசையே இல்லாத சொற்கள் மூலமா தத்துவ உண்மைகள் கிடைச்சது அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ என்னோட சந்தேகம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, இப்ப நமக்குள்ள இருக்கிற இம்ப்ரின்ஸ் எண்ணங்களா வெளியில வரும். ஸோ அந்த எண்ணங்களுக்கும் நமக்குள்ள இருக்கிற இறைநிலை நம்மளோட பேசுற அந்த ஒரு வார்த்தைகளையும் நம்ம எப்படி வித்தியாசப்படுத்தி அதை உணர்ந்துக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிறது தான் என்னோட கேள்விங்க ஐயா.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Okay, so there is in the unga kelvi it's a very good questions. Adhaadu there are three stages of mind will be there: peripheral consciousness, subconsciousness, and super consciousness. So peripheral consciousness works through the senses, and subconsciousness, all the informations are stored in the subconsciousness. See, always when we are mattavangaloda namba paakum poludhu, that inside whatever the experience we have undergone, those things are keep coming it actually. So once you pour questions inside to this, the consciousness, and in the Saranam Indri, Maharishi used the word Saranam Indri, Amaidhiyaga, when you are doing things, that consciousness itself will reveal to you actually. So because the true nature of consciousness, if you approach it in the unconditional way, if you ask it, it will reveal the secrets, the truth and everything. So and சலனமற்று அருகுணங்கள் ஆகாம நீங்க அந்த ஸ்டேஜஸ் போகும்போது it itself will talk to you, it itself will reveal to you, இன்ட்யூஷன் ஆக இன்சைட் ஆக காட்டும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் அதனுடைய கான்செப்ட்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். To put it plainly, see, absolute space has nothing. It is changeless. It is permanent. And it is all pervasive. And since it doesn't have a sensory jnana indriya, it is not expressing in the way we transact with one another. So we are moving with the indriyas, and absolute space has not it doesn't have the indriyas, and this is the real difficulty of we beings to transact with absolute space. And how still we have been transacting? How? When you go to that stage of Turyatita, stillness, and in those moments you get the glimpse of it. When two entities are in the same zero frequency, absolute space, then the transaction takes place and the understanding comes out. All the siddhas or the jnanis, they have understood only when they have gone to that state of absolute space. And it is possible for us, and all of us, everyone has been in enjoying such moments. And even a common man, at the peak of his orgasm, he is in that thoughtless state. And all our spiritual training is only to reduce this manifested state and pass on to the unmanifested static state. And this has been the lifetime sadhana of the rishis and the siddhas. So to understand this, we have to go into it. Swamiji used to say that spiritualists may not come to the scientists to explain, but for the scientists to understand spiritualism, they should practice and they should acquire some skills of the yogi. So now in this attempt to understand consciousness or the Jnana Kalanjiyam, practice of yoga is reducing our mental frequency to theta and delta is very, very essential. And that's why Swamiji has given all the 4 limbs supplemented by Karma Yoga and Brahmajnana. So when we make a consistent, sustained effort to understand these things, this will be, we will be achieving, we will be touching some more points, some more areas of understanding. So only the participation of a large number of people in this deliberation is important and it is aimed at. Thank you. Who is the next questioner, Ma?
Thank you, sir. We are unmuting you, Mr. Rangasamy. Please ask your question.
Thank you, madam. Be blessed by the divine. Thank you, Dr. Jayaprakash, and also Mr. Muthu's summary was totally a short and sweet summary of your speech. It was very much an inroad and enlightening us to go through this Maharishi's Jnanakalanjiyam. Wonderful way you have kindled our desire. And as Dr. Ravindranath said, that we must, this is the second session in our attempt to have 18 to 20 such professors, eminent professors coming on to. At this time, at this juncture, as Dr. Jayaprakash has told, that he has compared with Tirukural. And 1-2 Tirukural itself is, every Tirukural, if you see, there are more than 140 interpretations are there. More than so many scholars have given quite a lot of inputs. Similarly, really a honest attempt must be made, as Dr. Senior Professor Balachandra has told, we must translate in many languages. Surely, at least to start with, English language itself must be thought of. In fact, one of our research student from Marandahalli has already selected about 20 poems, and at the name of the book is called At the Feet of Maharishi, poetic portrait of Vedatri Maharishi. Wonderful way they have. For translation is not just a verbatim translation. One who has studied 30, 40 years being with Maharishi, understood the basic philosophies of Maharishi in the true sense of it, can give inputs to the poetic persons who can put the things together. If you see Chandogya Upanishad, the same student has translated, in all seeming motion is but space. For everything is formed in space. When formed, each thing is a part of space. All moving things and changing forms arise, take shape, continue on, and come to an end in space alone. This is what Maharishi has also given us. What starts from Mooladhara ends with Mooladhara. That is the way one has to go into the details of it, take the knowledge towards and form great groups, as Dr. Ravindranath Iyer has requested us. Like-minded people interested in doing research must come, and in this itself they can show, give your names, and if you are interested, you acknowledge, so that we can call you back and conduct shorter and smaller group discussions and move it towards 360 degrees. Thank you very much, Dr. Jayaprakash, for inciting interest into Jnanakalanjiyam and Maharishi's philosophies. Thank you once again to all of you.
Thank you, Rangasamy. You have been the backbone of this effort, and you now today's meeting is a special meeting because it is the speech is given by the principal of our yoga college, and today you may not know that we have 30 volunteers from this college who are ready to gather whatever information points you are going to offer to the research center. And the 30 volunteers are sharing the participants, today's participants, around 80 people are there. So each volunteer will be contacting roughly 2 to 3 participants over the phone, and they will give the feedback form and fill it up and pass it on to those people. We will put those forms together and analyze and utilize the opportunities or the brains available for research. So this same arrangement will continue for the subsequent meetings also. So biggest helping hand has come from the students of our yoga college, and they have come forward to join this effort, and I really appreciate it. And dear students, you catch hold of the participants who have been allotted to you, and we will collect more and more information, raw material for study. And now, do we have any questioner? If we don't have many questions, we can conclude, I think.
If Doctor, if Professor Janagraman is there, we need to collect some basic information about the great experience of the professors who are all in this group. You know, not only the students, there are many of them are there. May I request Professor Janagraman to say how we move forward in collecting info about the professors and also the students who would like, other than the 30 students, there are many of them. We have almost 15,000 professors, trained professors, various levels are there. Out of that, there could be many, many professors who are simultaneously doing research. As I said, in our Maranagalli itself, Professor Kalaivani has done a lot of research on these poems. They can be coordinated. They can be presented to our R&D division. There we can vet them. We can see the inner meaning are not changed. So as you rightly said, what Maharishi has put forward, the same philosophy we must present to the whole world through many languages. And so we must have many language specialists are also there in this. Already Kannada group is headed by Dr. Dhanapati and team. Similarly in Andhra also, in India also we have from Delhi. So all of them must be pulled upon and see that one slowly and steadily, one by one, we must translate into many of these to the whole world so that people really understand in their own mother tongues. So Janagraman Ayya, can you come on the line and tell us how we should proceed with this team? Okay, right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think we will coordinate with you later. Thank you, sir. I think if there are no questions.
Sir, actually he dropped the message. I cannot talk now. Please apologize.
Yeah, I have seen that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, sir. Sir, Dr. Rabinder, sir, can we put feedback form in link in the chat?
Yes. Dr. Jayaprakash is arranging for it.
Yeah. Arjun is there in online?
Arjun?
Yeah, he is there. He is there.
Yes. How do you plan, Arjun?
Yeah, it is in the chat box. He has put it, sir. So everyone copy this one into this your notepad or in somewhere else, and later on you just click it. Then a web form will be open. Then you can just fill those information. If you say submit, then automatically the data will come to our backend actually. You just copy this link, and we will also share this link with your WCSC consciousness group will be there. That group also we will share it actually. Those who are not in this group, you can copy this one.
Great. Thank you, sir. It's a wonderful idea. I think we should do it.
Now it is nearing 7, and I think we have to conclude. So, with the permission from Shankari, I will start proposing the vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
This evening has been a wonderful evening, a purposeful evening, a constructive effort is getting started. And I thank Divinity, Maharishi, and our president and our senior professors and directors for their cooperation in bringing out this. Today's talk, as members have observed, is the first of its kind. Jnanakaliyam being taken as the main subject, resource for the presentation. And it is satisfying to know that so many members are getting inspired to go into Jnana Kalanjiyam. And initially we had one single day inaugural session that itself was going for 3 to 4 hours. Now we have exceeded the time now also. This is because of the vastness of the subject which we have taken. And with more homework, we will be able to specialize the areas which will be our subsequent task. And I thank the speaker and the chairperson, Samnath Sekar, and Qatar Muttu. Both of them are doing extremely well in their countries, and the contribution made by them and can be assessed by the people trained by them. So they all are of a different order, and they have the involvement and the sincerity of the people trained by these people is amazing. So because of their work, I wanted them to take part, join us in this, and both of them have done extremely well, appreciably, very good input. We appreciate and thank them, and also all the participants. And we think more people will be benefited if they take part. And those who have come, I request you people to convey this message to your friends and people in your area, locality. And next meeting we will be having the next week, and that will be given by Dr. Paul Thurai, and meditation and consciousness. So things are going to be in a better way. It will be different as it has been in the routine. Now we are coming out of the routine, and I request all the participants and their cooperation and thank them for the evening they have spared. Thank you one and all. Valga Valamudan.
Thank you, sir. Now we are going to conclude the session. Thanks again to all participants. Please participate in this event every week. You can watch and subscribe Consciousness 360-degree videos in the YouTube channel Vedatriyam Gurukulam and Facebook page Vedatriya Maharishi Kundalini Yoga. Spread the word to all your sky friends. Let everyone take part in this event. May the blessings of Almighty and Guru Yogiraj Vedatriya Maharishi be with us always. See you all next week. Stay safe till then. Be blessed by the divine. Valga Valamudan. Now we are going to end the session with World Peace Prayer. காட்சி நடக்கட்டும். கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும். கழகங்கள் போட்டி பகை கடந்தாட்சி நடக்கட்டும். கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும். நல வாழ்வை அளிக்கும் மெய்ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும். நல வாழ்வை அளிக்கும் மெய்ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும். நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும். 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 வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.